Alright guys, Clover and I are going to do a silent movie for you. So I'm talking in the beginning just so that you know that I'm not really actually muffling it. So as my shirt says, teaching humans to speak dog. Dogs learn through body language. They learn through the environment. So as events happen, dogs will behave. What happens after what they do will deem if that behavior will repeat or not repeat. So if they like the end result, they don't go in for the purpose of end result. That implies intent. Dogs don't really do that. They just try things out and they see what happens afterwards. If they like it, they're going to do it again. So one of the biggest ones is jumping. So Clover jumped on me. I looked at her, I touched her, and then when I turned away, she jumped down. She went down. So she knows we're working because I have turkey. So I brought Clover's favorite thing in the house. You'll see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can teach Clover or get Clover to function around this object, because when these objects come out, Clover gets super, super excited and she can't focus because all she wants to do is chew and place and chase after this object. So this object is a Stix. Yeah? Did I bring a Stix into the house? Yeah, I did. So I'm going to see if I can get Clover to do something while I have a stick in my hand. So generally our walks, if she sees a stick, she grabs the stick, our pace picks up. She gets really excited to chase the stick. We just got back from an adventure. That's usually when she's also super excited because she thinks we're going to do some more play. So we're going to do this. So we'll see how this goes. I'm going to show you guys how you can train a dog without even talking. So let's see, what do we want Clover to do? Can we get Clover to spin? Let's see if we can get Clover to drop a stick. If that doesn't work, then we'll see how it happens. This might backfire, so this is an experiment, guys. Bear with me, but we'll see how it goes. job. All right, so that actually wasn't really having her drop the stick, but that was more of the focus game, which I think turned out beautifully. I wanted to quit while I was ahead, so she started chewing on the stick. I really don't want her to chew it and ingest any of the sticks, so we just called it a success. So that actually worked pretty good, and I got some behaviors in, and I just did. She won't go after the stick unless I have her get it, so that makes me feel good. So I did have that verbal in there, and it's also great so you guys can see that I actually was still trying to mime it all the way through. But hopefully that helps you guys, at least understanding that you can train your dogs without even saying anything. Now, though I did have skills with Clover that she already knew, so not really anything to have a foundation to start with. She's starting to look for the sticks. Go find! But extending her skills with a drop, the focus game, attention, and then being able to work around that stick. So that's more of just adding in a little bit of difficulty since the sticks are really, really important to her. Go find! So as we learn new skills, I will think of a way that we can turn it into a mind game. Good job. So we just learned this one. This is actually the third time I've asked for it. Good job. But we're not really a trained skill. I did have my verbal marker for it, but my verbal marker was literally a clicker or a yes. So if you have any questions on how to do this, how I actually am able to teach her things without using my voice, it's actually easier for these guys to learn. Sometimes we have too much emotion that go into our verbal aspect of our training. A lot of times our energy into it gets a little bit crazy and can interfere with our lessons. And if you think about how anxious you can get, your anxiety can transfer over to your dogs. So if you're uncomfortable or you're anxious or you're anticipating you're uncomfortable, they can see and smell that. So keep that in mind. If you're going into a situation, not necessarily a lesson, but a situation where you're really, really anxious, take a deep breath. Unless your dog is really, really in danger, take a deep breath before you step into that situation. Your calm energy hopefully will be enough for them. So it's not every situation, but hopefully as you was digging in the yard, if your voice translates into panic, they may not even hear you, but if you go into the focus game, you can waft the cookie in front of them and waft the treat in front of them, wave it in front of their face, get them to go, oh yeah, there's something there, and then interrupt them and bring them away if they're that focused. But unless they're injuring themselves, take a deep breath. Feel your heart rate go on 1,000,000 miles a minute and see if we can bring it down and go, well, that happened, and see if we can help. But a lot of times I like to just say that talking can sometimes interfere with what we're trying to teach our dogs. So, good job. Good job. So, a visual is always really, really good to have. Also, I'm not even, when I wasn't using my verbal marker, I had a visual one in the dish, out of the dish. So any questions, feel free to reach out, but I think this is a really, really good lesson. So hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you're able to learn from it. And I'm learning too. So if you have any questions, let me know. All right, ready? All done.